As you know, I'm retiring this month after 37 years at the station.
And so for the next month, we are celebrating Mike's accomplishments and some of the stories he's covered. Katie Crowther talked to Mike about his coverage of the bombing at the Olympics in Atlanta back in 1996. Katie.
Carol and Mike, this is just the first of many stories to come. It's been such an honor to take a look back at these memorable moments in history, these amazing news stories with Mike, the man who's been here for it all.
Nancy and Bill, a couple of late developments here in Atlanta.
A terrorist attack at the 1996 Summer Games in Atlanta. As we watched from home, stunned.
And you can see there in the background the lighting and sound tower. That is exactly where the explosion occurred.
Mike Jacobs was there, chasing the story.
And we're going in, and people are fleeing the scene because nobody really knows exactly what's going on there.
One person was killed, more than 100 others injured.
People came here to grieve over lost lives and the lost innocence of the Summer Games.
It put the damper on what was a joyful celebration. Atlanta, to its credit, recovered quickly.
And Mike brought Milwaukee eyewitness accounts.
And a lot of people that I talked to today say they will not let an act of terrorism scare them away from the Olympics.
Just the opportunity to cover an Olympics is unlike anything else. You're basically doing 16-hour days trying to put stories together.
Holding Olympic security accountable.
Even so, the system is not foolproof. I tested it by removing my credentials and trying to get through. Here's what happened. Well, the fact is, I walked right through and nobody even bothered to check this fanny pack.
And looking for any and every local tie.
We spoke with several people from Milwaukee who are relieved the FBI has identified a suspect.
I don't know if he's just trying to be a hero or a sickening kind of.
But you did such a good job of finding Wisconsin connections.
That is the part that just amazes me. Wherever I go, somehow I find people from Wisconsin, and it's largely because people from Wisconsin like to go to these big events.
Right.
But they perhaps recognize the TMJ4 logo.
Or perhaps they recognize the face of a man they trust. A man who loves the work he gets to do, even when it's a challenge.
On any significant stories that I go to, I like to put together my little memory board.
Media credentials, tickets, and the cover of his reporter's notebook help tell the story of an Olympic trip that Mike Jacobs will never forget.
And what that story doesn't get into is the fact that Mike was actually in Atlanta covering the Olympics for nearly a month. So not a short trip.
It was a long, grueling trip in many respects, but what a wonderful opportunity to sort of be an eyewitness to history. And there are so many memories, and thank you for bringing them back.
Yes, this has been amazing.
Yeah,
we have much more to come.
We've got a lot for you, so you've got to stick around because we've got them all this month. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.